So you have to get ready to be ready. Let me say it again. You have to get ready to be ready. In other words, you've got to do certain things so that when some opportunities come your way, when certain things come your way, when you're ready to do certain things, you're actually ready to execute in such a way that you're going to be successful. That's what we're going to discuss today. But before we get into that, welcome back to the channel. If you're already a subscriber, if you are new, welcome to the channel, and I hope that you would join us. The purpose of this channel is for us to learn from each other, to grow. So it's called Educate and Motivate, and that's what I hope to do, and that's what I hope we all can do by you sharing your comments and us being inspired by each other, right? Simple, right? Let's make it happen. This is the journey to 5,000. So please join me. Have over 2,000 subscribers. So this is the journey to 5,000. I would appreciate it if you subscribe, if you hit that like button, which would help with that. Don't forget to share the video, and please leave your comments, and also let me know what other videos that you would like to make. Let's get into it. All right. So you have to get ready, right? You have to get ready so that you are ready when things come your way. What does that mean? Let's break it down. I was talking to someone, and this person wants to start a business, right? So this person wants to start a business. I'm like, okay, what type of business you want to start? So they might need a couple $1,000s. By the way, I'm a life coach, wellness coach, male empowerment coach, academic coach, all that sort of stuff. And I've coached hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people. So I was talking to this person, and just to give you a little background who I am. So I was talking to this person, and I was like, okay, I want to start a business. And so the type of business that they want to do, maybe $3,000 to $4,000, give them a decent start, right? Get the products they need or the raw materials they need, that sort of stuff, so they can get going. So I was like, okay, so you need that. So have you started the other part of the business? Like, what do you mean, started the other part of the business? I ain't got no money. I need $3,000, maybe $4,000 to start this business. I was like, okay. But before you start the business, you actually start the business, because there are things that you could be doing. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, for example, have you started doing research? Now, this does not just apply to anyone who wants to start a business. Let me stop here and say that. This is a theory I believe that applies to our entire lives, right? But I'm going to give you different examples here. So follow me. Before you start the business, have you looked to see, really who's going to be your customers, right? What's going to be your customer base? Have you already started thinking of target marketing? Have you already start, looking at where am I going to get my products from, my raw materials, so to speak, right? Where am I going to get all the stuff I need to produce what I want to sell? Where is that coming from? Who has it at a good price? Yeah, and then factoring in all those things. Are you already calculating your pricing and your profit margins and all that stuff? Like, marketing, there's so much that you could be. I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. I was waiting until I got there. I was like, no. You got to do all of that. That's how you reduce the possibility or the likelihood of failure, is because you do a lot of the homework, right? You do a lot of the homework so that when you have the funds, you're prepared to start the business. So I was like, okay, where are you going to get these funds from to start a business? Well, I already got the money, so, and so I got bills, and I don't have much left over. And so I was like, okay, how much you make? Not that I'm trying to get in your business, but if I'm going to coach you, I need to know how much you make, right? Okay. What do your bills look like? What are you doing? Well, you may not have the money right now, but a couple things you could do. One, maybe less clubbing, the bar on a Friday or a Saturday night, expensive drinks. If you want to drink, maybe you got to sacrifice for a while and buy a case and take it home with you and drink it over a period of time if you want to drink that bad. Maybe less eating out and more cooking at home. Like the money was actually there, not like immediately, but the money was there if some sacrifice was made over a period of time. The money was there. And I was like, well, and on top of that, maybe you increase your, you work a couple extra hours or so here and there every week, maybe for 2-3 months or whatever. It's not forever. It's not forever. It's a sacrifice that you're having to make to pursue a passion of you. What you say is going to be a passion of yours, right? To pursue your dreams, achieve your goals, right? So I think I got through to this person. I think I got through to this person because so many times, I'll hear people say, well, I want to start a business. I want to do that. But there's a lot of groundwork you have to do before you start a business, right? Educate yourself. What are you reading? Are you reading material about the business? Are you seeing what's going on in the industry? That is the homework. That is just as important as the money. There are people who might say more important, but I will say just as important as the money that you're going to use to start the business, right? So that's out of the way. I've coached people who would say, do you want to go back to, they want to go back to school and they want to go to college or whatever the case is, that sort of stuff. And it's like, no, you can't just go back to college. I was like, what do you mean? No, 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 no. That's a job. And you got to do that job really darn well if you are going to be successful. You're going to do that job really well. You don't just show up. It's like, have you taken into consideration how many hours you work? How many classes are you going to take? What's your mental space right now to be able to start college, your mental headspace? Like, there's so many things to take into consideration before starting college, right? So many things to take into consideration before starting college. So, okay. Whew. There is, again, this thing where people feel like you just say you're going to do something and then you just do it. That's not how it works. Folks would say, man, I wish I could find, someone for a relationship. I wish I could have a good relationship like so, so, and so, whatever the case is. But are you doing the stuff that's necessary so that you would be ready for a good relationship? Or for a relationship, are you doing the stuff that's necessary? So what is the stuff you got to do? If you got old drama from a previous relationship, if your mental headspace, your heart is not ready to love somebody or receive love, then even if a good person, the right person comes along, you might not be able to receive that relationship because you're not in the mental headspace to be in a good relationship. And that will cause the relationship to, to not last, not grow, not see its full potential, right? So, look, whatever it is you want to start a business, there's stuff that you could do before you start the business. What is you want to go back to school, you got to think about all these things before you just start school. You're going to have the time commitment, all that sort of stuff. Are you prepared to make those sacrifices? If it's a relationship and you have not healed from a bad relationship, or maybe you want to be single but you want to be in a relationship, or are you mentally ready for a relationship? So a lot of times we overlook the preparation that is needed for success, right? A lot of times we overlook the preparation that is needed for success, and we want to jump to the thing that we hope to make us successful. And then you realize, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have started school and took all these classes because I gotta work and I can't keep up with all these classes. And then the last thing you want to do is fail in your first semester or semester back, because then you have all this self-doubt that creeps in. Or you get into a relationship, but you're really not ready for a relationship. You're ready for the idea of being in a relationship, right? Or you start a business, but you didn't do your homework. So now that you got the money, now you're starting to do the homework. You haven't, and opportunities are passing you by. Things that you should have known, you don't know. You got to get ready to be ready. You have to get ready to be ready. And that's my whole point here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if, what are your thoughts on that? Have you been in a similar situation? Let me know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments, right? So I close every video with this. Two things. One, I challenge you to do something good for someone. And no, you don't have to be rich to give back. Giving back is not just about money. Helping someone is not just about money. Maybe you can read, and there are a lot of, literacy programs in your city, in your state, wherever you live, where you're watching this video, where maybe they need folks to help people read, right? There's always something that you could do. And then the second thing is, do good by yourself. In other words, make sure you're treating yourself good and you're doing the things that are going to make you happy. Until next time, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments. Peace.